The biggest news to start this episode actually came at the last part of the previous episode when Sidney Lowry tore his left tricep. Now he will be out the next 8 to 10 weeks. 2K does have kind of a weird thing where injuries aren't actually nearly as long as they say they are, if you have, I guess, the right doctors or something. So he's probably not going to be out that full 8 to 10 weeks, but for today's episode at least, he will be out. And looking at the next few weeks, the games that I wanted to play, we've got a Christmas Day game in New York, and I think playing on Christmas in New York sounds fun. So that's going to be the game that we play today. Let's go ahead and hop into it. And now we are ready to tip off here on our Christmas night game in New York. Getting things started off for us, Wilson Fisher with it. Eventually hands off with just 1 second to go to Moses Moody. That was an awful possession. Wilson Fisher just left Moses Moody out to dry, and a perfect start to our first game. Spotlight game, at least, without Sidney Lowry since we drafted him on the team, and things are not getting much better. Wilson Fisher has just been awful. We're featuring him a little bit too much here. It's once again in the end of the shot clock. It's in his hands, but this time he pulls through. I mean, I knew things would be a little rough without Sidney Lowry, but I didn't think Wilson Fisher would be the one with the ball in his hands this much, as Bradley Beal steps back and hits the mid-ranger. Now we're getting the ball into more capable hands, but Moses Moody can't hit it this time around. Running the pick and roll this time. Going inside and drawing a foul. He's got himself a pair of free throws. He's one of the guys that I hope steps up, but if you're asking me, Andre Stevens needs to be the one to lead us to this victory today. Moody goes 2 for 2 from the line. RJ Barrett kicks back out to Julius Randle for 3. He missed that one. Moody finds Baldwin, catch and shoot, and another miss. Missing some pretty clean looks early, which is not a good sign for this team, but luckily for us, New York is also getting their fair share of early misses in this one. Attacking the rim this time is Moses Moody, and he draws another foul. This time, the bucket goes as well. Make that 5 early ones for our starting 2 guard. Beal ends up getting stripped here by Wilson Fisher, and that's much more his speed in terms of what he's good at on this team. Dishing it out to Andre Stevens. Now Moses Moody forced to come up with something, and wasn't a great look, and we missed it. Speaking of not great looks, Julius Randle fading away from deep beyond the arc, and the pick and roll works for Nashville. On the other end, AC Stevens gets on the board. Julius Randle inside, tough bucket over Andre Stevens. 9-6 in favor of our Nashville Sound. Moody kicks it inside to Andre Stevens. Had a wide open Patrick Baldwin as well, but I like Andre Stevens finishing in traffic. Beal offline with his jumper. Baldwin another clean look, and this time he cashes it in. Nashville now has an 8-point lead. Barrett running pick and roll, but it's tipped away and stolen. Fisher the other way finds Moody, and he gets the dunk in traffic. Was not the easiest of passes there. Nicely done by our point guard. Beal pick and roll, and the foul will send Mitchell Robinson to the line. Under halfway now through this first quarter. Robinson, not the best shooter, but he will hit the first free throw. Second is up, and he goes 2 for 2. Nashville with some substitution. Christian Davidson now running the point. We get a shot for Jalen Johnson from 3, and that has not been something he's hit very often here in year 3. Beal Tough finish. Good defense by Christian Davidson, but Bill gets it back and puts it in with the second effort. Davidson to Moody. Wide open look for him. That is money. Barrett driving in. Good defense there by Jalen Johnson to force the miss and grab the rebound. Davidson found the space he needed from deep. Can't hit the shot off the dribble. Beal, smooth step back on the jumper, and that makes it 19-12. Still in favor of our Sound. Moody gets space again and cashes it in once more. He's definitely been our best offensive player here in the first. Nashville, double-digit lead. Duncan Robinson dishes inside. Shannon Stewart earns himself a pair of free throws. Done a nice job getting to the line, I'd say, here in this first quarter. Stewart hits the first free throw. Substitutions for New York prior to this second attempt. For us as well, as we see Zaire Williams in the game. Stewart, too strong on the second free throw. Shot clock winding down for New York. RJ Barrett's clean look, but he can't hit it. Hand off to Zaire from the mid-range. Money. He's a very good mid-range shooter. Josh Hart. Mitchell Robinson. He has a couple of smaller guys on him and able to finish between them. Pick and roll action here for Zaire. 3-point range, though, not nearly as good for him as he is from the mid-range. Barrett, tough floater, and he hit it with the left. Christian Davidson finds Stewart. He's firing it from deep. Too much mustard on the shot. New York finds a wide open Obi Toppin. He is returned. After his stint with the Indiana Pacers, he hits that three. Lead is down to 6 for Nashville. Another Zaire Williams three is off the mark. And so 25-19 will be the final score after the first, I shall say, not the final score of this game. 6-point lead for the Sound so far. Not doing too bad in the absence of Lowry. I don't think the Knicks are the toughest opponent by any means. That's a nice defense by Baldwin will force that Julius Randle miss. Another mid-range shot for Zaire. Been much more comfortable there in today's game. Has not been able to get it going from beyond the arc. This time the cutter for RJ Barrett. Oh, that's Lonnie Walker. They look a little bit similar there on the court for the Knicks. Robinson, he's got the quick trigger from three, but can't hit it from the corner. New York, other way, Lonnie Walker, quick shots, but he missed it. Shot clock winding down. Wilson Fisher needs to come up with something. Finds Patrick Baldwin on the pick and pop. It's us to 30. Walker again. This time he's hitting it, got a little bit deeper and hit the shot. Robinson back to Baldwin. Not a ton of space there. He missed that shot, but Stewart cleans up the boards, resulting in a New York timeout. Grimes to Josh Hart for three. No good for the Knicks. Back with it now. Bradley Beal checked back into this game. It's a tough shot. It's good defense by Andre Stevens. Fisher. Stevens spinning and then shooting. Don't know if he's quite good enough shooter to be doing that, but that would have been fun had it got in for sure. Beal to the rack, slams it in. Not a great defensive effort there. Andre Stevens to AC on the cut. One Stevens brother to another. Beal. That's a tough finish over the hand of AC Stevens. Don't know how that one wasn't blocked. It almost was, it looked like. Fisher out, pick and pop again with Patrick Baldwin, and that play is working in our favor. Beal off the screen, missed the mid-range shot. Stevens feeling confident, pulling from deep, and that one was a deep three. Splashed it on. Quentin Grimes. Good contest there to make that one a tough shot, and he missed it. You see Stevens forced to pull up from the mid-range, and he hit the shot. He's been a very good mid-range shooter through this first year and change of his career. Grimes. To Beal, and Wilson Fisher gets a hand in there, gets the steal, and gets the transition bucket. Fortunately, no Showtime highlight transition dunk, but the highlight was definitely in the defensive play there, and the defense was not quite as highlight worthy on that cut by Quentin Grimes. Stevens firing again, and he's hitting. The threes are falling for us here. Obi Toppin to Mitchell Robinson on the pick and roll, and one opportunity for New York. Down under 4.5 minutes left in this second quarter. In transition, going inside to Andre Stevens, a nice find by Moses Moody. Stevens picking things up here in the second. That's exactly what I'm hoping to see. Short jumper for Mitchell Robinson falls. Back with the Knicks here again. Quentin Grimes gets wide open there in the corner. It's that shot. Moody tries to find Andre Stevens, but it's tipped up by Obi Toppin. Nice placement there from him on the defense. Bradley Beal cannot make us pay in transition. Free throw line. Stevens with it. Goes inside. Missed the point blank shots. It's probably his easiest shot of the day. Grimes. No good. Off the catch. Feeding Andre Stevens in the post. Nice drop step. That's what we want to see. Be aggressive when you got the mismatch. Beal. It's a ton of space off that screen, but his shot is no good. He's been inconsistent. Stevens, another look from three here, but he's too strong on it. Pick and roll from the Knicks. Nice bounce pass inside Obi Toppin. A nice vertical leap, slams it home beautifully. Moody, another look from deep. This time it's no good. Beal, defended by Davidson. Davidson doing an excellent job. Gets the stop and eventually gets the steal. What a defensive effort from the young guard. Going the other way, Jalen Johnson draws the foul. 30 seconds left here in the half. Already got that double-digit lead, trying to extend it just a little more. Second free throw is no good, so it will remain 52-39 in favor of our Sound. Knicks finding Julius Randle inside for the slam. Trim it to 11. Got one more shot here. Moses Moody off the screen, pulls it, and hits it with 0.3 seconds left. Very nice first half from Moses Moody. And that's going to be a 14-point halftime lead. Beal draws the foul to start the second half. He's definitely had some good moments today, but definitely has also missed some very makeable looks. And just the Knicks offense in general is struggling as they have just 42 points now in the third quarter. Fisher gets blocked, gets another chance and misses again. Shooting-wise, it has not been Wilson Fisher's day. Off the steal, though, we get the ball right back. From the free throw line, Andre Stevens again. This time gets the help defense and finds the open man. A.C. Stevens underneath. Beal caught Wilson Fisher reaching and is going to make him pay for it with the triple. Moody to Baldwin. Clean look, and it's good. Our offensive strategy with Sidney Lowry gone has just been to get our shooters good catch and look opportunities from the outside, and it is working for us in this game. Stevens. Tough look, and he hit it. 10 points on 5 shots for A.C. Stevens in this game. He's been as efficient as you could possibly be. Handoff. RJ Barrett pulls up from the mid-range. Bricked that one a bit. But on the next possession, Julius Randle left wide open in the corner. Made us pay for our defensive lap. Stevens gets a nice look, top of the key. But too much on that one. Pick and roll. New York, tough look for Barrett. And he's not going to hit it. Pick and roll again. This time, Barrett feeds it to Mitchell Robinson. Works out a lot better for New York. As we had that 14-point lead, but they have cut it in half. Looking to cut into it just a little bit more. And Mitchell Robinson having a good day at the free throw line. Zaire finds Patrick Baldwin. The pick and pop with Baldwin has been one of our best plays today. It doesn't work for us that time, but the shot selection was excellent. Zaire, more pick and roll with Baldwin. This time he's going to the rim and finishing the shot. Quentin Grimes fouls him on the way up. 3-point opportunity is complete by Zaire Williams. Grimes, tough shots. Hits it anyway. New York remains down by 6. Davidson finds a shot he likes. Not going down. He had an excellent game in our last episode, but not doing so hot today. Robinson only needs a little bit of space to fire, and he's hitting it. Even though his three-pointer is only B, he's got the badges to still be lethal from there if he gets a clean look. He'll be topping. Responds right back with a 3 of his own. New York sticking right behind us at just 6 points behind. Zaire Williams, now he's getting that 3-point shot to go. Couldn't find the range in the first half. Steele, solid look, but he can't respond. It's like we're going back to Zaire, and he's hitting again. Starting to feel it a bit, back up by a dozen. Grimes, that's way too good of a look for a shooter of his caliber. It's becoming a 3-point back and forth fest here in this game. Christian Davidson going to take a few steps inside and hit his shot. Grimes just barely saw him hit a 3 on that play before. He's going to hit another. Davidson with the response. Too much on it. Grimes finds Mitchell Robinson cutting to the basket. Defended by Duncan Robinson. That's definitely a mismatch in the favor of the Knicks. Davidson firing again, trying to get it going, but it's just not his day. Gotta defer a bit more here. This time defers to Duncan Robinson, who does not have a lot of space, but he doesn't need it. Third quarter about to come to a close. One more opportunity for New York. The shot by Randall was a pretty good one, but he missed it regardless. And so a 9-point lead after 3. Can we close out this Christmas Day victory? Our star might be gone, but the team is picking up the slack and having themselves a good effort. Wish Fisher would have passed that one out. Nice reverse finish from Julius Randle. Celebrating a bit on that one. Moody with it. Defended by Lonnie Walker. Eventually finds a shot that he likes, and he's gonna get the and one opportunity off it. Can't complete the play though. New York going the other way. It's tipped to AC Stevens. Now Stevens one-on-one with Obi Toppin draws the foul. First one is up and in for AC. Second free throw also falls. Not often he goes 2 for 2. Lonnie Walker. Plenty of space inside that free throw line, but his jumper is off. Moody. Not bad defense there from Josh Hart, but it doesn't matter. Moody lacing home another 3. Julius Randle in the post, defended by Andre Stevens. That's a lot of strength to be moving a man that's 250 pounds like Andre Stevens. This time, Andre gets the opportunity to respond on the pick and roll, and he does just that. Walker Top of the key, trying to sauce up Moses Moody. Moody does a nice job staying home, but the basket for Julius Randle on the inside after a nice pump. Fake. Moody, though, starting to heat up from 3. He was excellent in the first half. Didn't hear a ton of him in the third, but the fourth has been kind to him to start off. Also been very kind to Julius Randle, single-handedly keeping the Knicks in this game. And now Moody going on the inside. He's pumped up, and he's really become our best offensive weapon today. Thought it would be Andre Stevens. I feel like Stevens has had himself a pretty solid day, but Moses Moody has been our most productive player here. Looking to have a solid Christmas. Wilson Fisher, I think this is the first time we've seen him score today. Julius Randle has just caught on fire, though. Not letting the Knicks go down without a fight. Baldwin inside the foul. Can't hit the shot. Thought that was a pretty easy and one opportunity, but instead he's getting 2 from the line. The first is up and in for Baldwin. Second free throw also falls. Up to 15 points is the lead for Nashville. Beal off the dribble. Nice shot. I feel like his 3-ball hasn't been very kind to him today, so probably nice for that one to drop for him as Moody just gifts the ball on this Christmas day right to the Knicks, and they're gonna get the transition basket down to 10. Fisher just left it for Moody with too little time to do much with it. He ends up getting blocked. Randle catch and shoot. He missed a shot in the fourth quarter. Pretty sure that's his first miss. And now we're gifting the ball back to the Knicks here. It's like we're role-playing Santa Claus here. Don't know if we want to do that. Let's go ahead and seal away the victory before we start handing out these gifts. Moody to the lane, slams it with Mitchell Robinson contesting. Now Wilson Fisher looking to steal a gift or two himself back for the team. Just kidding. He's, you give and you get. That's what you're getting with Wilson Fisher here. New York with the basket, back down to 10. Really good defensive play by Wilson Fisher, then an equally bad play on the offensive end. But it's been all good for Moses Moody today. He hits another shot, putting us over 100 points on the day. Nice block there by A.C. Stevens. On the other end, feeding him the ball with Bradley Beal on him. The double comes. Moses Moody fires and hits again. He has been incredible for us today and has really been a big part in us building this double-digit lead and holding on to it here in the fourth for sure. Stevens, another tough turnaround shot, and he just hits those with such consistency. It's truly remarkable. As Patrick Baldwin here, with 3 minutes left in this ball game, gonna get himself an and one that puts us at plus 17 with 3 minutes left. Let's go ahead and call this one a ball game. Really good performance by the team on Christmas Day, giving the Nashville Sound fans a little bit of a Christmas present in the giving mood. And I mean, in terms of New York's side, they had 5 players in double digits, led by Quentin Grimes, who had it on 11 shots. Beal shot just under 50%, but had some good moments. RJ Barrett struggled. But Moses Moody, 36 points on 20 shots, 7 assists, 3 steals. He was awesome for us. The gift that just kept on giving throughout this ball game. Patrick Baldwin had some really nice shooting moments. Stevens, 14, 4, and 4 on 11 shots is really solid. AC Stevens hit all of his shots. Christian Davidson was pretty bad today. Other than that, I really liked what I saw from this ball club. Here now at the end of the episode. Just as I said, how Sidney Lowry was not going to be out for the entire 8 to 10 weeks. He wasn't even close. He came back for this game against the Boston Celtics. He was already back, as you can see here. putting up 22 points in his return. Luckily, we had a really big, 5-day stretch with no games. We actually ended up missing only like 6 or so games and was gone. Let's see, he was injured December 19th. He wasn't even injured for 3 full weeks. It was an 8 to 10 week injury, and he was out for like 2.5 weeks. So whatever superhuman healing capabilities this game has helped us out a lot in terms of him not missing much time. Regardless, still starting to do a lot of losing. I think a lot of the winning early on in the season, I watched a lot of these games. Like I watched this game off camera, this game off camera, a couple more I think throughout the early parts of the season. I'm starting to watch less games off camera, and we're starting to lose a bit more, but that's fine. I'm not expecting to be some, team that's ready to win this season. I'm still happy with the progress we've made, even if we are still losing quite a bit. The box scores of the wins for this episode: we got a win against the Sixers with Moody, Baldwin, Stevens, and Davidson all getting over double digits in points, and Baldwin and Moody tying for the lead for the team for the day with 23 apiece. And then the other win was against Boston, which I talked about was in Sidney Lowry's return. So he came back, boosted the team, we'd get the win. Baldwin, 21 points on just 7 shots is kind of nasty. 7 assists, but 4 turnovers for Lowry in that game. And there you have it. Fisher didn't shoot that well, but that's fine. That's not his role. Davidson was pretty efficient, but didn't do much outside of his scoring. And now we sit at 15-27 now, about halfway through January. And let's see, that would put us at, some quick math here, 42 games through the season. So we are now officially pretty much halfway through the season. On pace to be a 30-win team. Let's go ahead and take an updated look at the standings. Gonna do this every episode. Let's see how our Clippers are doing. They are the worst team in basketball, really. Their guys are not injured either. They're playing. It's just not a very good team, honestly. Depth isn't great. They have a couple of good players in their lineup, but there you have it. We are currently on pace to have the best lottery odds and the 5th best lottery odds. That's what I'm talking about. And speaking of the draft, next episode will be our first draft preview. I know I've talked about the guys in the top 10, but we'll actually get a look at them. Scouted them all to 100% now, so we have an idea of who they are, and we'll preview them in the next episode, which will be coming out soon. Hope you like this one, and until the next episode, sound up.